turning thoughts to things anyway. Don't you wonder about that? You got to wonder about that. If we were standing in your physical shoes, we'd be wondering about that. Abraham, you're blabbing all day, every day about this vibrational universe, and here we are with flesh, blood, bone, stuff, sticks, rocks, things. How do these thoughts that are in the vortex end up in a reality out here on the leading edge? And we say, you realize them into being. You realize them into being. So you're so... We love you so much. You are so, you know what's coming next. We love you so much. You are so infatuated with your ability to define reality through your physical senses that all that stuff that's been created before that you can now see and hear and smell and taste and touch because it's been around, you've been defining it through your eyes for so long, you've got this misunderstanding. Don't you wonder how the expansion takes place? Do you know you're not trucking in stuff from other planets? There's no resources coming in from other places. You are the bunch of you in a very lovely balance, interacting with each other and coming to conclusions of things that you prefer. And those preferences become a vibrational reality that you gradually make your way into realization of. There's a key here, the word realization. Best word Esther has ever found to express a point that we were wanting to make in a moment. You realize it. This morning, Esther had a hairbrush that she was combing her hair with because she was waiting for her breakfast. She was doing it at her dining room table because she wanted to be sure that she heard the knock on the door when the food arrived. So she brought all of her things in. It was funny, all of her contraptions in the living room instead of in the bathroom. And she dropped it, and it bounced into another world. Esther said, now come on. It was in my hand. It was here. Now where is it? Where did it go? How far could it go? It's just a little blue plastic thing. How far could it go? It was way across the room, and it was faster than the eye could see. It was faster than her ability to comprehend it. It moved faster than she could see it. And so what you want to do, silly analogy, we know. It was there. She eventually found it. She couldn't believe where she found it. Couldn't believe it. And she thought, that was like a magic trick. It's like I did a magic trick on myself because it went much further than the momentum seemed to indicate that it should have gone. Well, we want you to begin noticing that you're turning thoughts to things. You're turning thoughts to things. You're turning thoughts to emotions. You're turning vibration to emotion. You are discerning vibration. Think about that bowl and think about how the vibration still exists. Every vibration that has ever been on, every thought that has ever been thought still exists. This is the time for mastery of vibration because there is more vibration in the mix than ever before. And so when you, brilliant, genius creators that you are, when you tune, when you understand that it is a vibrational universe and you understand, the importance, the value, the perfection of your emotions, which are the key to your mastery of your energy. Not the mastery to the energy of the world. That's all in perfect place. The key to the mastery of the energy between you and you. The mastery, all you got to do is master the energy between your desire and your belief. That's your mastery endeavor. Which means just got to soothe yourself, just got to soothe yourself, just got to soothe yourself. Because you're already worthy enough. You don't have to get any more marks on the chart. You're already talented enough. You don't have to take any more classes. You're already knowing enough. Your source energy in a physical body. You just got to be nice enough to yourself. You just got to find some way to soothe yourself right now. To soothe yourself into the realization of everything that you've been asking for. To soothe yourself into your millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. To soothe yourself into the vitality of your physical body. To soothe yourself. You're not ever again going to be mean to yourself or anyone else and not remember this conversation. Well, if you've come that far, then everything is going to be easy for you. There's just one more piece that is essential that we want you to be able to emphatically say yes to. Do you care about how you feel? Yes. Because that's the piece right there. That's the piece that matters the most. Because if you care about how you feel, then you're willing, if something comes up and when you think about it, it just tears you up, don't think about it. But then you say, Abraham, you crazy ghost. I cannot think about that because it's big. It matters to me. It's big. It's big. Don't ask me to not think about something that I care so much about that is so big. And we say, we know, we get that. So find a way to think about it that doesn't hurt you. Find a way to think about it that you can live with. Find a way to think about it that feels better. Try to find relief about that. Now, what? Well, you can do it by getting more general. Because when you think about, oh, what am I going to do about this? How can I fix this? Oh, this is out of my control. I don't know what to do. As you flail around in those kinds of thoughts, you just hold yourself in vibrational discord to the very desire that the situation has given birth to within you. When you think about how it happened, what caused it, you get all balled up in that. And you can spend endless hours and days, weeks, months, years. You can spend lifetimes focused upon details that just get you all vibrationally out of whack. And yet you're detailed oriented. We know you are. You like to be. We want you to be. We just don't want you to get into the details of the things you don't want, just the details of the things that you do want. Now, we know that scrambles your brain a little bit, but here's what we really are saying to you. There is momentum in everything because law of attraction sees to it. So when you think a thought and you stay focused on that thought, momentum grows on that thought. That thought becomes faster and therefore more detailed. So the more you focus upon something, the more detail it begins to generate within you. So if a problem has manifested for you or someone you care about, and you're focused upon the what is of that problem, as you're focused upon the what is of that problem, there's enough momentum in that thought that it's difficult. We would even say not likely. We would even say not probable. We would even say not possible. When a thought has a lot of momentum and you care about it, it's not possible for you to take your attention away from it. So Abraham, what are you saying? You just said think about what we want, not about what we don't want. Now you've just said sometimes what you don't want is so big that you can't not think about it. How are you going to get out of this one, Abraham? Because you have the ability to think about it in softer terms. You have the ability to think about it in terms of energy. You have the ability to think about it in terms of vibration rather than in terms of detail. But you got to give yourself an opportunity to break the momentum, which means you got to take a nap. When you sleep, momentum stops. You could pick it up right where you left off, and often do, usually do, most always do, but you don't need to. You could wake up because for a moment the momentum stopped, and you could choose a better feeling thought if you thought about choosing a better feeling thought, and if you care about feeling good. You see what we're getting at? When you meditate, when you quiet your mind, you stop the momentum of thought. You have a better opportunity to get it off in the direction of what you mean to, you see. So here's the way it works for you in terms of emotion. This is how your guidance system works. So let's say you're thinking about something that you want, and as you think about something that you want, it's general. I want that because I want to feel good. But as you think about it longer, more and more details begin to flow into your mind. And so stay with us conceptually here just for a moment. As you think a thought, law of attraction will yield another thought like it to it. 17 seconds is all that takes for that thought to generate more momentum. Another 17 seconds, more momentum. So as you're thinking about what you want, not weighing the pros and the cons, not thinking about what you want and noticing that you don't have it, just softly, like you did when you were little, pondering what you want, thinking about what you want, the momentum of that wanted thought will become more and more and more. And that is a really nice thing for you to do for yourself, because as that thought gains momentum and it has no resistance in it, the thought feels good. And you would say, I'm excited about this. You would say, I'm so happy about this. You would say, I feel exhilaration about this. I'm passionate about that. You say that about things, don't you? Well, that's why. Because you've got faster momentum going. Now, if the momentum isn't going fast, you might say things like, I feel satisfaction in this, or, oh, I'm feeling easy about this. No resistance, but there's also not very much momentum. So, as you are understanding that you are offering vibration, and as you are offering vibration, offering thought, that momentum is always underway, because law of attraction is always underway while you're focused like that. So now let's introduce the other aspect to it that often happens for you. You're offering the vibration of desire, but you're also worrying about it happening. And as you worry about it happening, that part of your thought is gaining momentum too. Having a little sound dropping in and out is all well over there. You think it's this microphone? Do you think it's this microphone? That might be a good idea, because there's no point in wasting words on ears alone. So as you are offering a vibration of what is wanted, and law of attraction is causing it to pick up momentum, you have all of those good feeling emotions from that non-contested, non-resistant vibrational frequency. So now, let's say you are introducing some thoughts to the contrary. You're focused upon it not happening, or you're worrying about it not happening, or you're wondering about why it isn't happening. Those thoughts, also because of law of attraction, are gaining momentum too. So here's what happens. When you are thinking a thought that is non-resisted, and law of attraction causes more and 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 more momentum, the emotion within you feels better and better and better and better and better and better and better. But if you are, like most people are, weighing the pros and the cons and the pluses and the minuses, thinking about what you want and wondering about it and thinking about what you want, now law of attraction is responding to both vibrations that you consistently have active within you. And as law of attraction is responding to both of them, what happens is a sort of wobble in your vibration becomes more and more prominent. Until the more you think about what you want, and the more you notice it isn't coming, the more you want it, the greater risk in not having it. Sometimes you can get a really big wobble going on, and that's what those stronger negative emotions are about. Sometimes people say, well, maybe I should just not want something. And we say, that's not possible, because your life has caused you to launch the rocket, and the source within you is on it. In other words, you cannot stop your wobble by stopping your desire, because your desire won't stop. And you know why? Because the source within you is focused upon it in such a powerful way. Does that make sense to you? When you want something, you have a trajectory that was in place within you before you even came into this physical body. This trajectory of well-being, of worthiness, of high-mindedness, of powerful creation. Did we say worthiness, 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 well-beingness? This is the trajectory that you had going on. So when something in your life experience causes you to contradict that, you start a wobble. And that wobble never feels good. It never felt good. It will never feel good. You have no choice, if you want to stop the wobble, other than practicing the thoughts that are in harmony with who you really are. In other words, you can't be angry at someone and not wobble. You could if Source would be angry with them too. But that's not ever going to happen. So if you want the wobble to stop, you can't be disappointed in yourself and stop the wobble. Because the very feeling of disappointment is the feeling of the wobble. It's the feeling of the contradictory energy within your point of attraction. Hey, you signed up for this lifetime, but more specifically for this gathering where we are telling you the basis of who you are. You think you're flesh, blood, and bone, and you are, and you're beautiful.